What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to talk about how to reach 600 power if you're not a raid player. By now you've probably gotten pretty far into the Destiny 2 Forsaken campaign. Maybe you finished the main storyline, or perhaps you're exploring the Dreaming City and finding all that destination has to offer. But you might not be interested in doing the Last Wish raid, which is perfectly acceptable. So what are your options to getting to 600 power? Because once you reach 600 power, that does give you a lot of advantages over other game modes within Destiny 2. There are a number of storyline missions that do require a very high light level, 580, 590 light recommended power. Likewise, too, if you're interested in Crucible, I know that Iron Banner has recently implemented light level advantages within that game mode. So no matter what, being at 600 power is only going to benefit your character within this game. So what are your options towards progressing and getting up to that very high light level? Well, first and foremost, once you reach 500 power, that's when you need to take advantage of powerful gear in order to continue your leveling progression. 500, of course, is the soft cap within this game. Once you hit that point, the only way that you're going to level up your character is by getting powerful gear. Now, fortunately, there are a number of different ways in order to get that within this game. So right now, if I look at my destinations, you'll see a lot of these different icons here on the various game modes and locations. Now, at the start of the week, there is a lot more of these. I've done a number of these already, but just to give you an example, this week the Flashpoint is on Mercury, and the Flashpoint, of course, is a weekly challenge that you can do that rotates. And unfortunately, it's on Mercury this week. Not my favorite destination, but regardless, though, once I complete a certain amount of activities here, that will give me a powerful gear drop that will drop directly on the screen as soon as I'm done that activity. That powerful gear is going to be a decent jump over my overall light level. So right now I'm 583. Once I get done that powerful gear drop, the drop that I get is probably going to be right around 584, maybe 585. There is a chance, though, that it could drop at 583, and depending on where that drops, it may not necessarily benefit me. So if I have a 583 drop here on my leg armor, then I have no gain whatsoever. However, if I did get a 583 drop on my helmet, then I start to have a slight progression here when it comes to doing the Flashpoint. And the point I'm trying to illustrate here is, even though there are a number of different activities that you can do that will give you powerful gear, there's a Flashpoint, there is doing weekly strikes and daily story missions. These all reward powerful gear, but the level of gear that you get can be different depending on the activity that you're doing. So if you look here at Mercury, if you look here at the Vanguard, Gambit has daily and weekly challenges. Crucible likewise has daily and weekly challenges. All these reward you powerful gear, but I'll refer to those as mini powerful gears, where what you get from those is maybe only 1 or 2 light levels above what you might currently have. So at that point, you're very much reliant on getting the piece of weapon or armor that you actually need to bump up your character. So if I look at my guy right now, it's pretty well balanced here on the weapon side. So really any area is going to help me out. The power weapon is the lowest, so that would help me out the most. If I look over here on my armor side, the helmet is the one thing that is clearly below everything else. So for my powerful gear from daily and weekly missions associated with Crucible, Vanguard, Gambit, Flashpoints, etc., there you're much more reliant on getting the exact piece that you need. And part of your leveling progression is going to depend on how lucky you are when it comes to earning rewards from those areas. You're going to have some degree of luck and get the exact piece you need in order to level faster. But these will help you level up slowly over time, those types of powerful rewards. Likewise, the same thing applies for your clan and your Ikora powerful gears. These I've already done, but the powerful gear you get from these is also in that mini powerful gear territory. You compare that to the raid, where any raid clear is going to give you very powerful gear that can be up to 10 light levels higher than what you have. So not all powerful gear is created equally. So If you're not playing the raid, though, you don't have any advantage. You don't have any access to getting those very powerful drops. So what do? Well, full disclosure here, my character has not done the raid whatsoever. And I'm still here at 583, closing in on 584. I do have a couple more powerful gears I can get from the basic activities that may bump me up 1 or 2 light overall once I'm done all those. But more importantly, though, I do have some activities that will give me very, very powerful gear level drops, or you can call it super powerful gear, ultimate powerful gear, whatever you want to call it. Things that you can do at the Dreaming City. The weekly bounties you get from Petra fall into that raid quality level powerful gear. So right now, if I were to get done this weekly powerful gear, this weekly quest from Petra by doing daily bounties each day there in the Dreaming City, that will give me very, very powerful gear. So the powerful gear I get from this, right now my character is 583. Likely when I do this bounty, it'll give me a powerful gear drop that's 587, 588, around that level. So for those, it doesn't matter where I have that drop, it's going to be higher than anything I have. So those things, the weekly bounties that you can do at the Dreaming City, and you can do a number of those each week, these are going to be where you make your main bread and butter when it comes to the bounties that you can specifically do each week. The Dreaming City is where you want to focus a lot of your activities and efforts, because you're going to get more rewards and more benefits by doing those bounties. These here can supplement those, and I know there is some debate on which ones you should do first. I think you should look at it on a case-by-case basis. So, for instance, right now, if I look at my character again, my helmet is the one thing that is pretty far behind. So, what I could do is, entering the week on Tuesday, I could do a couple of the daily powerful gears on the different destinations. So, maybe play a Gambit match, maybe do my daily Crucible, and see if I can get lucky early in the week and get a helmet. Because if I got the helmet, then that's going to bump this up even 1 or 2 light levels, and that may be the difference between going from 583 to 584. So I think you need to approach it on a case-by-case basis, because if I were to get this bumped up first, then when I do the Petra bounties, I'm going to have an even greater reward. So I think you need to be somewhat strategic with regards to when you pick and choose which activities you do first. These are going to give you the most rewards. So know that when you do these, that's when you're going to make your biggest strides. Yesterday I did these and I went from the mid 570s all the way up to the low 580s. So a huge increase just by doing the Dreaming City stuff. I mean, everything I got from here was plus 10 light from what I had. Likewise too, use these to supplement that increase. Once you've exhausted all of your bounties, all of your Dreaming City things, all of your spider bounties, once you've exhausted those, you really don't have much options outside of waiting until the next reset or trying to get exotics, which is very, very hard to do. But the other thing that's going to help you out big time are prime engrams. Now, I don't have any on my character right now. If I had some prime engrams, they would show up right here. Yesterday, I did Escalation Protocol for roughly 3 hours, and anybody who's watching who was in that stream, appreciate everybody being involved. But yesterday, I did Escalation Protocol for roughly 3 hours, and I got 3 prime engrams. Now, mind you, my character right now is after I turn those in. So the 3 prime engrams that I got were 584, 584, and 585. This is when my character was right around 580. So the prime engrams were basically between the daily and weekly challenges that you have for your powerful gear in these areas, and right in the middle between those and what you do for Dreaming City. So they're not mini powerful gear, they're not very, very powerful gear, they're right in the middle. So prime engrams are going to be something that really benefits you once you've exhausted all of your other options. So the best ways of getting those are by defeating orange and yellow bar enemies, and that's why Escalation Protocol is a very good place to do it. I know that they had a exploit and a glitch in the past, but just by playing the game regularly, you should get a decent supply of those per week. It's roughly, in my experience, you usually get one of those every couple hours that you're playing. So if you devote a good amount of time per week, you're going to end up with a nice chunk of prime engrams. And depending on how lucky you get with your drops, they can really make a difference between how much power you gain in any given week. So right here you can see I'm at 583. I haven't cleared the raid, any part of the raid, once. And I've gotten all of these levels through my daily and weekly challenges, through prime engrams, and mainly through the Dreaming City bounties. That's where you're going to get the most return on your investment, are these. So that's the best way, I think, for characters to progress their level and get to 600. It is possible. It will take you longer. If you're not doing the raid, naturally it's going to take you longer to get there. But it is possible. And with a lot of investment, a few weeks of your time, you should get close to that point and then be able to do all the content that this game has to offer and not be at a severe disadvantage in things like Iron Banner. So I wanted to make this for non-raid players. Let me know if this was helpful. I hope that this helped clear things up and helped you learn some more strategy when it comes to how you can progress your character in a more efficient way. Let me know in the comments. Most importantly, though, thanks for watching. Best of luck this week with your drops, and we'll all catch up soon.